been the CEO of ALSAC, the fundraising and awareness organization for St. Jude, for 6 years. I can remember when we weren't the beneficiary of this event, and I first met Scotty Medlock, and we talked about the possibility of doing this event for St. Jude. And to see this come to fruition, and to see it grow the way it's grown today, and to be almost $500,000 raised today for the kids of St. Jude, it's absolutely fantastic. One of the biggest ones, and Patrick Warburton has a golf tournament that does a heck of a job for us as well. And we're blessed to have golf tournaments and events all across the country, because this year it's going to cost almost $1 billion, almost $1 billion with a B, to run St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and 75% of that money has to be raised. So it's events like this that allow us to operate our hospital, and also to make sure that no family ever pays St. Jude for anything, not for the cost of treatment, housing, travel, food, because all we want our families to worry about is helping their child live. Concert's going to be absolutely fantastic. I look forward to this every single year, because there's always some great surprises and incredible talent. Thank you so much, Rick. Thank you.
How about a hand for Dawson Medlock? Thank you, Dawson. Great job as always. At this point, I'm going to turn the microphone over to your tournament host, Mr. Robby Krieger and Scott Medlock.
Everything that St. Jude's does, I'm in on right now. I think they're one of the most fabulous organizations that this country has ever spawned. They just do wonderful things for kids. And as a parent with a child, I empathize so much with the many parents across the country that get the word that their child has something life-threatening and they have nowhere to turn, either financially or in therapeutic regimens. And they're able to turn to St. Jude's, and St. Jude's takes everything from soup to nuts. And for parents, this is it's a gift from God. And so anytime that we have a chance to participate in anything that they do, I'm always there. Yeah, golf's a luxury for me. I work too much. I'm in an airplane 300 days a year.
I've been performing here since, I think, 1823 was the first one. This was always Lewis and Clark's favorite golf tournament. Thomas Jefferson told me about it way back. He was a good friend of Scotty's, and I think Robby's. I think Robby and Scotty actually put a lot of money behind the Lewis and Clark expedition. It's been one of my favorite tournaments. I can't wait to tell Grant and Lee about this, because they're really missing out on a lot. You know, I've got something, and also, if there's a doctor around, I have something I'd like to have removed off my left shoulder. I have no idea what it is, but it's starting to really upset me. Oh, never mind, it was just Robert Hayes. I'm sorry. I'm very lucky. I performed with everyone from Frank Sinatra to Willie Nelson, honest to God. I worked with everyone. I think if I go back and think about the late, great Roger Miller for 7 years, working with people like Vince Gill on the road, the Zach Brown Band recently. I've been part of Johnny Mathis in the orchestra show for the last 21 years, going on in the middle of the show, which is pretty cool to have Johnny Mathis open and close the show for you. And I'm just very lucky to still be around. This is my 55th year in show business. A good friend of mine, Ken Neiman, another guy, George Kelly. We always end up being about, let's see how many teams are there, 54 teams. We'll be in the top 40.
I was here last year, sucked at golf that year too.
Did you enjoy the All-Star concert?
I did. The concert was actually quite nice. I'm looking forward to it tonight. St. Jude's Hospital does a lot of great work at helping kids with their cancer issues, and anything involving kids is a heartfelt passion of mine.
Thank everybody for being here. What is it, our 8th year now, and it's all possible because of you guys. You know, with our sponsors and our volunteers and celebrity guests. Everybody's a part of this. Really makes it happen. So it's not just Robby and I and my board. Our board is so incredible. We just, everybody works their butts off all year round to make this happen, so I want to thank them. And first and foremost, Microsimi has done so much, and you'll see a little bit later on. I'll talk to you guys more about that. But Microsimi is our title sponsor again, and in the last 3 years that they've been involved, they have like really helped us take the tournament to another level. So I want to say thank you to Microsimi, and we have a great new sponsor this year with Hyundai, and we've got 6 Hyundai Genesis up for grabs today. So all you hole-in-one guys, somebody's got to win one, or all 6 would be great too. And we've got 4 Harley Davidsons by Glendale Harley. Those are up for grabs. We've got a couple great trips. And Robby and I added something a little fun this year. We're going to do $1 million shootout. And what we're going to do it right on this hole number 9 here during the 19th hole. So it'll be really fun. So we're going to have, on all 6 par 3s, the closest to the hole is going to enter. You guys are going to enter to win for the $1 million. And there's going to be a total of 20.
To win $1 million, what do you have to do?
To win $1 million, you got to knock it in the hole. But everybody's got a magnet in their ball, and there's a magnet in the bottom of the cup, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Anyways, I just want to say, have a great day, and can't thank you enough. So we'll be seeing you guys. Have fun, and remember, you know, it's all about the kids. That's it. It's all about having fun, and it's about the kids. All right, here's the one and only Robby.
Hey, you guys, let's thank Scott Medlock. This was all his idea. You know, he talked me into coming and helping out with this thing 8 years ago. And it's gotten better and bigger every year, definitely. And so who knows what will happen next year, you know. But everybody remember to hang around after the golf. We're going to have a great show tonight. Got a lot of new talent coming up. Who's playing? Berlin is playing. Terri Nunn of BERLIN. Yeah. They've never done it with us before. We got Orianthi and Richie Sambora. And we're going to do the Songs of Chicago again with Danny Seraphine. We've got, who else?
Does anybody know Jack Black?
Jack is going to come and sing a few songs. So, as well as, who else have we got?
We've got this guy named Robby Krieger from the Doors.
Well, I might get up there. If we have time, I'll play a few songs too. Currie from the RUNAWAYS. Anyway, it's going to be a great night and a great day, and we got some good weather, so we'll see you out there. Here's Rick.
And how about a hand for both our tournament hosts? We want to thank you. How about a hand for all the people from St. Jude's who came out today? I know we have the CEO and VP here. They're going to be driving around. Thank you to the 2 of you guys who are coming out. It's for a great cause. How about a hand for all the volunteers that took the day off today? All the people in the red shirts you'll see. I know I have 6 ladies from our Moore Park Country Club Ladies Club who's going to be acting as ambassadors, driving around and getting you drinks, along with Ambrosia and our cart girls. More importantly, I always forget to do this. How about a hand for my staff? They got here at 5 o'clock. Our food and beverage staff, which they're taking through today. And all my staff have got the carts out in the dark. We didn't hit anything. Thank you guys for all the hard work you do. Real quickly, you have rule sheets on your golf cart.
Well,
St. Jude's is a great charity to be involved with. Obviously, anything you can do for the kids to benefit them and becoming healthier and doing everything you can to get them back on their feet, I'm happy to be a part of. I've been coming out here for the last 4 years and very excited to be a part of it. It's a lot of fun and, like I said, for a good cause.
Here for St. Jude, raising money and awareness for a great charity that I love, that does so much for kids. I have 2 boys and know as a parent that health is such an important thing, and it's an organization where so much goes to the kids. They raise such incredible technology, they save lives, awareness. I just love the organization, so that's why I'm here today. I'm working on Days of Our Lives. We're in our 50th anniversary right now. It's the longest running drama on TV. So I'm actually really excited about it because the storytelling is incredible. The people I'm working with, they've brought in a lot of new people, and old people who were there before have come back to reprise their roles, and they're so talented. The storytelling is so good. I'm actually really excited about the show, and to go into the 50th and be able to say that, it's a phenomenal feeling. So that's what's happening.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
St. Jude is a great charity, and I think that there are a lot of guys around, fortunately, that do charities, fundraisers for St. Jude. And I think that Scotty and Robby are one of the tops. I think they really, really do a great job. So it's great to be part of it. I enjoy it. Concert at the end is a real special thing, you know, for them. They bring amazing people together. I think they've got, like, I saw Kenny Gradney here earlier from Little Feat. Cherie, Currie, my ex, is going to be here tonight and blow them away. Jack Black, I hear, is going to be here. So, I mean, they just bring some amazing people together for this. It's a lot of fun. Okay.
Totally stoked to be doing it. Our drummer, Chris, has known about this for a number of years, and he's been saying that we should really do this, and this is the first year we've done it. It's super cool. Glad to be doing it. I grew up with, you know, the metal guys, so I'm down to see Sebastian and Richie Sambora. I don't know. Right now, this year's winding down, so I think the beginning of next year there'll probably be like a new record on the horizon and just more touring shows.
I haven't done anything with yet. You know, there's so many people, but I would say Eric Clapton. I got to play his Crossroads Festival in 2007, and that was amazing to be invited. But he's such an incredible, you know, blues guitar player. I love him. Yeah.
And,
I played on 2 of the tracks on the album. I think it was Whole Lotta Love and Manic Depression.
I know my friend Glenn Sobel's on there too.
Glenn is amazing. He's a freaking great drummer. Awesome. And you know, the vibe on that whole record is so great that it captured it. You know, everyone sort of playing on that and going to the live show, it really, the whole thing melds together. You know, it's a great thing. You know, go and check him out live. And we have a lot of surprise guests as well. So it's going to be cool.
All right. Yeah, she came out strong out of the gate, very relaxed.
Your goose gets bumped.
What made you want to bring that back?
You know, I'd never read the books, but the script was really good, and it seemed like a great movie, and I'm so glad I did, because it's one of the best I've ever made. That's my best one. Just arts education in general shouldn't be pushed aside. It makes learning fun. It enhances the whole experience of school. If kids get bored, they're not going to want to pursue education in general, and that's what we do best in this side of the world is real, strong, passionate arts. You know, right now it seems like our most powerful export, whatever. You get the picture. Enough of my yakking. I gotta go rock.
No, let's get quick. Got into it from seeing guys like Copperfield and David Blaine, and those types were my heavy influences on television. And then personally, I grew up watching guys like Paul Gertner, who's a fantastic magician from my hometown, Matt King, Lance Burton, those types of guys. So those were my idols growing up for sure. I try to come up with as many unique ways to perform for the organizations that I work with. So I created a couple cool tricks for St. Jude and Robby Krieger, and did a trick for Jack Black tonight, what was really awesome. So cards, I got into doing stuff with like money, you know, everyday objects, just anything that people had in their pockets, change, rings on girls' fingers, stuff that could impress a girl that I could get a date. That was kind of my MO early on. And it worked? It worked pretty well. Yeah, it did okay.
Thank you so much. How many years have you been performing here?
Oh boy, here? This will be the, you know, actually the rehearsal night before the shows, probably the funnest thing about it. But it's just the whole experience is great.
It was fun.
So you said that you've been coming here for a few years.
3 years, yeah.
Have you ever, last year, and that's what you did last year. Have you ever done that?
No. All right.
We'll see you on stage.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to these songs all my life, you know, and even tried to run from them. You know, even kind of like went in my own world and try to do that. But it's always fun to, you know, be up there and sing the tunes and actually know what, you know, what it feels like to actually sing them, man. You know, back in the day with Cetera and all that. That's you know, it's they're high rangey songs, so I might not have known that when I was, you know, a kid listening to them and, you know, like that. So it's a whole favorite Chicago songs. I like some of the funkier stuff, man, the soulful, like the Free, you know. Some of the Terri Cat stuff is like some of my favorite stuff, actually. I think so. Cool.
Well, they always request "Make Me Smile," of course. You know, 25 or 64, "I'm a Man" are 3 trademark songs. And then, you know, some of the more jazz rock songs, you know, which are, you know, most people wouldn't know the titles. They might know if they heard them, but that's you know. But and then of course Saturday in the Park.
That was like a decade ago.
Thank you, Danny. You're welcome, buddy.
It was one of my earliest influences. I grew up in Los Angeles and got into the Doors at a really early age, and Ray's playing just caught my ear right away. The thing about Ray's playing is when you're listening to it, it sounds simple, but really what it is accessible. And then when you start getting into what he's actually doing, you realize, wow, that's actually quite deep and profound. And I just love that his playing was so lyrical, and his solos were just so memorable. So it really, being inspired by him, kind of goes on tour right now. You can check particlepeople.com. We're in the middle of a month-long tour that's running up and down the East Coast, kind of northeast, southeast. So we'll definitely be hitting that. We're also, actually, I'm going into the studio tomorrow with John Avila, the bass player from Oingo Boingo, and we're putting the finishing touches on a few songs we've been recording. We got a full-length Particle album, so that's going to be called Accelerator and should be out in the next couple months. Check that out. Rocking on a handful of tunes. We'll see. We got a ton of great musicians here, so it's, you know, that's part of what I love about this event is we're all backstage right now talking about who's going to play what, and it's just all these collaborations. It's going to be a great time tonight.
I like everything about it. I mean, you know, the first thing is that I like the fact is that we're raising funds for the kids at St. Jude, which is incredible. I don't, you know, not too many people realize that it costs $1 million a day for them to operate St. Jude. And the children that come there and the families don't pay 1 penny from start to finish as far as the process of treating and trying to cure the cancer. And that's a lot of money, you know. And Robby and Scotty have put on a wonderful event here. Everybody comes in here and they're willing to write some checks to hopefully help the whole process. The concert, everything. I mean, you know, it's like all these guys are musicians from my era, so I love it. And tonight, Jack Black's playing, singing one of Jim Morrison's great songs, which if you can be out front and because you'll really enjoy it.
Well, I had really good players, and anytime I play with really good players, I play better. I was surprised because I had my knee wrapped, I was limping around, and I was shooting better than I've ever played before, so it was pretty cool. And to play well, it's always good to play well. My goal usually in these tournaments is just to repair a ball mark in regulation, and I exceeded my expectations. If you play really well, you don't care. No. It's the one where you're playing badly, you know what you shot, right? Anyway, yeah, one of my favorites, one of my favorite tournaments to do. And I love Robby, I love Scotty, and thank God all these people are showing up. We're going to have a great show tonight. What am I going to do on stage tonight? I have no idea. It's all written on my guitar. When I get up there, I won't be able to read it without my glasses. So it could go either way.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
Thank you, man.
Oh, man, we see a mixture of everybody. I mean, we got young and old. We see the older crowd who is now bringing their children and stuff to it, which is cool. So we see like a lot of ages, which is actually a lot of fun. And a lot of the younger kids now are starting to know a lot of the music, which is awesome as well. So this is great. I mean, I played golf all day with all the fun people, and now I get to do this. So this is great. And the good thing about opening the show is, guess what? Now we get to hang out and see everybody else do their stuff. So we get our show out of the way, which is not a bad thing, I'm just saying. And then we get to hang out. And I have my family here with me, so that's awesome. So we get to hang out, have a good time, and enjoy the rest of the show. Jack Black's here, a lot of other people, and yeah, so I'm totally stoked and excited about it. We got Canyon Club coming up to Saban. We have the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano. A couple of other shows going on that I think we got. I can't remember off the top of my head, but a lot of shows. We're still working on new music, which is great. So we're doing that and just keeping busy, basically, pretty much. So yeah, just show. You know, what can we do?
Gratifying, you know. There's just a lot of kids that. As I said on stage, that just didn't get dealt a good hand, you know, and being able to do something about it and show up for them makes a difference, and it felt good. And all these great people that I get to watch do their thing as well, you know. I didn't think Take My Breath Away would be a big hit because I wanted to sing it a certain way, and the producer wanted me to sing it another way, and I thought, oh, well, it's ruined now. It's never going to make it. He fucked it up. Oh, sorry. He messed it up, and so it's not going to do anything. And then it was our biggest #1 around the world of all of our songs. So the producer knew what he was doing. It was like all through Top Gun. They kept playing it and playing it and playing it. It was, you know, it's a dream come true, yeah. Thank you.
I think what happens is I'm playing the Hammond B3 organ, so I'll be playing with a number of different people up there. So whoever needs organ, we're all kind of winging it, and I'll be up there quite a bit for different people. It'll be fun. When I was young, I took lessons from a gentleman named Paul Smith, who's a famous jazz pianist and used to play with Ella Fitzgerald. So I would say he was probably my biggest influence, and I studied with him for about 6 years. It's immeasurable, right? Ray was unbelievable. The whole band was unbelievable. They were a big part of my life growing up, and I'm honored to be here and be a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is my 3rd year.
How did you enjoy last year's event?
I always enjoy every year's event. It's always crazy. The rehearsal night before seems to be like our secret little party where we get to hear everybody warming up, and it's just really special. Went to Mastro's last night, and that was fantastic, and probably had too much mac and cheese, but it was pretty good. I've had a couple experiences with the kids from St. Jude's, and it's obviously a card you don't want to be dealt. I have 3 children, and I've been very fortunate and blessed with their health. It's one of those things that I will always take my time to put into being here to support the cause, because these children are so sweet and so innocent, and all they really want to do is go home and be with their dog, or, you know, live normal lives, and it's just really unfair. So I love the cause, and I'll always be here to support it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.